Hey there, people have been asking me to give my thoughts on Dark Souls Remastered, so I'm going to talk about that for a minute. So unless you've been living under a 𝙻𝚒𝚗𝚔 for the past 6 months, you probably already know that Dark Souls Remastered is set to release May 25th of this year. And that's not like unspoken eldritch truth I'm cracking on you guys or anything like that. But it seems like a lot of people have a lot of questions about the game, and a lot of times they ask me those questions like, what are the graphics like? Should they get the game? Am I going to get the game? Am I going to make videos on the game? Am I going to make a sex tape with 𝙻𝚒𝚗𝚔𝚜 in Dark Souls Remastered? And the answer to almost all of those questions is a resounding yes, maybe, probably. So the two things I'm going to talk about most in this video, the two things I'm really going to give my 2 cents on, the real meat and potatoes of this video, are going to be the two things I see people talking about the most when it comes to the DS remaster. One thing being the graphic fidelity of the game and the gameplay reveals, and the other being why they should get this game. What's the point of slinging your schmeckles at a 7-year-old game when you could just go to PC and get DS fix? The first thing I'm going to talk about is the graphic fidelity of the gameplay reveals. One thing that we've seen in the past from Bandai Namco and From Software is they absolutely shit the bed on gameplay reveals. They're horrible at it. It's like they make the game, they get ready to put it out, and then they trip right at the finish line when they're about to reveal a game, because all of their gameplay reveals always look awful. They did it with DS2. DS2, Scholar of the First Sin, was revealed, and it looked like an absolute fucking pile of garbage. It looked like a bowl of fruitcake and sadness someone had smashed together and shit in. It looked awful. Then when we got it, Scholar of the First Sin still is by no means the best looking Souls game in my opinion, but it looked a hell of a lot better than it did in the gameplay reveal. And I think that's the case with this too. I think that in the gameplay reveals that we've seen, they just have the brightness way too damn high. Because I've seen some smaller gaming outlets that have shown gameplay reveals where they have the brightness turned down some, and the game still just looks like a bad version of DS Fix on PC, but it looks a lot better than what they've shown in the gameplay reveals. So it looks more like a remaster than just a hacked version of DS Fix or something. And if I had to guess, they've probably just messed up their screen calibrations and made doo-doo stinkums in their diaper all over again with their gameplay reveal, but I don't know, I could be wrong, the game might just look like shit. Another query that gets thrown at me pretty consistently is, why would you even get DS Remastered? What's the point? It's still there on console with a pretty active player base of about 3,000 sweaty neckbeards playing it daily, which is not bad for a game of its age. And then on PC, you have all these great mods that make the original game even better. You have like DS Fix and all these connectivity things to help people connect to each other. And if you play it on PC, you don't really have a good reason to get this game besides the player base being back in force. Other than that, there is no reason I can think of for getting it on PC. However, if you're on console, or if you're someone like me whose PC committed seppuku during the middle of a Windows update, you've got a healthy number of reasons. You've got the bolstered player base being back, you've got 60 FPS, and then you have the convenience of Dark Souls 1 being right there with all of your other PS4 games. So, if you're on console, you have a pretty good number of reasons for getting the game again. PC, not so much. Once I pull my PC's soul back out from the void and get it repaired, I'm not going to be getting Dark Souls Remastered on the PC. I will only be getting it on my console. So, yeah, that's just a couple things people ask me pretty often about Dark Souls Remastered. And, yeah, that's it. See ya.